Hi, my name is Joanne. I look after the HR division for Robert Walters. We specialize in HR positions from the middle to senior management levels. Well, 2010 is definitely going to be a lot more upbeat than what we saw in 2009, where it was a year of potential doom and gloom. We're glad that those grey days are over, and we're finally seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. 2010 is proving to be a very interesting year. We saw that there's been an upswing in terms of recruitment activities since Q4 of 2009. The financial institutions definitely lead the way in looking out for good HR professionals across functions, primarily in recruitment specialization positions and also HR business partnering roles. Followed with that, the commerce industries are also picking up. So it's definitely a good sign, and potentially what we're going to see this year is that it's going to become an employees market from what we saw in 2009, where it's an employers market. On the same note as well, we are seeing candidates being more open to looking outside of their current organization for new job opportunities. It's been a challenging year for them in 2009. The reason why a lot of them did not want to actually explore external opportunities in 2009 was because they always have this last in first out mentality. Even if they're good positions in good organizations, they would tend to be more conservative. But this year, it's going to take on a more bullish turn, where candidates are a lot more open to looking at new job opportunities. It's time to look at upskilling the skill sets of individuals and to take on new challenges in 2010. HR business partners will always be in demand, and at the same time, compensation and specialist functions. It's no secret that comp and ben people are always be in demand, especially with a lot more regional operations being held here in Singapore and some even global operations. And HR people tend to be more numbers averse. Hence, the pool of compensation and benefits specialists is limited, thus creating that demand for such individuals in the market. With that, invariably it does drive up the salaries of a comp and ben specialist. But what we are seeing these days are that with the increasing demands in terms of salaries for compensation and benefits specialists in Singapore, companies are actually more open to professionals sitting in other parts of Asia to do a regional CMB role. So my caution to candidates holding on to CMB portfolios is that to not be attracted by jobs that will give them 20-30% salary increase, because they run the risk of pricing themselves outside of the market. And it's interesting because they do rewards strategies for organizations. HR business partners will always be in demand. We are looking at HR professionals who have that business acumen, who can really relate to business challenges and relate to business strategies, and then with that come up with HR intervention strategies to help business accomplish their growth targets and strategies. I think HR people who, primarily in the Singapore market, we see a lot of HR professionals who are very strong in HR operationals function. But more and more companies are going to shared services. More and more companies are doing away with all these operational activities. More and more are they going to outsource all these operational stuff. HR has to make themselves a lot more relevant. Hence, we are looking at true blue HR business partner who really are able to be that intermediary between HR and business. I think this year we are also going to see a return of recruitment specialization positions in the market, primarily in financial services sector. 2009, there was minimal hiring activities that happened in this sector, but with the hiring appetite of banking institutions recovering in 2010, invariably you need these in-house recruitment specialists to come and help manage the volume in recruitment. Hence, that's going to be a demand as well. So we are going to see people from the agency side potentially wanting to move into an in-house environment if they have not already been let go by their recruitment firms, primarily because in-house positions tend to offer slightly more stability than agency functions. So these are the three functions where I will see more jobs coming up in